Hello everybody, Thick Boy Madness here, and today's video is going to be on the best rank 1 lineup for the American Ground Tech Tree, and we're going to throw in a couple planes in here as well. So, as a little precursor, everybody I believe starts off with just 4 slots. I have many more than that. You can purchase it with Silver Lions and then onto Golden Eagles. So I have a total of way too many slots, too much money spent on the game. But yeah, let's get into it. So for the first tank in our lineup is the M22. And this is not the first tank you will start out with. You will start off with the LVT, which has a total of 6 crew members, which is pretty good, but 2 of them are in the back are exposed on machine guns, so you will get shot very easily. But you have a 37mm cannon, same with the rest of everything here to the LVT on the left. The M13 and the M2A2 both have 50 cals as their primary armament. So in order to unlock the M22, you're going to have to grind it out, which will take, I would say, if you do not have a premium account, this will take you 2 to 10 games, all depending on how long each game is and how many points you score per game. And after you unlock the M22, I strongly recommend trying to unlock the M13. This is an SPAA, or an anti-air, and this tank has a total of 2 50 caliber machine guns, which absolutely destroy planes, and they will go through just about everything at your BR, from the side, from the rear, and sometimes even from the front. So this is a really good really good tank. I would not spawn in it first off, but again, it is still a really good tank, or SPAA, to use. The third vehicle I would recommend trying to get is the M8 HMC. This is a tank destroyer with a howitzer, and it is a 75mm howitzer, which is the biggest of anything in the rank 1 American Tech Tree you're going to be getting. Only problem with that is it has like a 2-foot barrel. It's a little stubby boy. But this howitzer has some great damage potential because it comes with the M66 shell, which is a heat round, which is high explosive anti-tank shell. Basically, wherever you put this shell onto the enemy vehicle, it's going to go straight through in a straight line. So if you go straight through the tank into the ammo, it'll one-shot the tank. If you go straight through into the engine, it'll disable the vehicle. Or if it goes straight through into a crew member and the guy behind him, they'll both be gone. This is good for tracks, and this is good for... This can one-shot stuff. This is one of the only shells you can get that'll one-shot tanks at rank 1 in the American Tech Tree. I highly recommend unlocking the M8 HMC. It's one of my favorite tanks, and you have a 50 caliber machine gun up top, which at rank 1 you can kill basically anything with just spamming this. You just point and shoot, and you just go. The M8 HMC, once you have it fully upgraded, is also insanely fast. Only downside is the turret traverse, which is the going of the side to side of the turret, is extremely slow. You only get to go 4.3 seconds, or degrees per second. So you basically have to aim with the front of the tank, or whole aim, which means you have to move the tank side to side in order to shoot. But if you have all the time in the world, yes, you can rotate the turret, but I don't recommend doing that. And we're going to pick a total of 4 tanks today to take out with us, and I am going to end up going with the M2A4, which, if you do spend money on the game, you will have. If not, you can go with the M2. Very similar tanks, and I mean very similar. The M2 has a little bit more slanted armor. Or you could also go with the M3A1 Stuart, which is just a very quick tank. I have the M3 Stuart just itself unlocked. It's not terrible. Actually, we're going to end up taking this out because a lot more of you are going to have it, and you don't have to buy it. So I'll put it in that slot there. So once you have a good lineup of about, I'd say 3 to 4 tanks, or SPAA, or whatever you'd prefer to take out, I also recommend taking out an airplane in case you get enough spawn points to hop up into a game. You can bring out a plane, and it's really fun to bring planes out and just light people up and play close air support. You're able to help your team a lot. And another really important thing is you don't want to take out a plane that is a higher BR than your highest BR vehicle. So my highest vehicle is a 2.0. That means that I can get put up against vehicles that are all the way up to 3.0. So if you take something out that's 2.3, you're going to be facing tanks that are 3.3, but your highest vehicle is actually only a 2.0. So you're going to have a really hard time killing enemy tanks. So I'm going to take out the F2A1, and this is a fighter aircraft, and it only has machine guns, but it has 3 50 caliber machine guns and one 7.62, which is just LMG. But these 50 cals are very effective against every plane you will face and nearly every ground vehicle. Optimally, you have 30 millimeters of penetration, but you're not really going to get that. I'm going to say you're going to be getting more around 20 if you're lucky. 20 to 16 is what I'm going to say you're going to be getting, because 500 meters and then at 30 degrees is what the armor is going to be that you're going to be facing. But you'll be facing a lot of open top vehicles as well. That just means that the whole crew's not armored. Example, the M13 like we have is an open top. So that means this guy here in the back can get shot by machine gun, and same with the driver and the commander. They can all get shot by machine guns from up top. So those 50 cals will one-shot all of those crews essentially. And let's see if we have another plane we can take out. I think we will go for one of these reserve vehicles because everybody will have those. That has 2 100-pound bombs. This has 2 100-pound bombs. I don't have that unlocked, so we're going with the P26A-33. We'll pick a crew right there, and we'll make sure that we have the stuff we need. Okay, we're good there. And we'll equip the bombs. In order to unlock planes when you go out in ground RB, which is ground realistic battles, you have to score a pretty good amount of points. I would say about 2 kills or 1 capture point and then 1 kill. Then you could come spawn into a plane with bombs. A plane with no munitions, you can usually just get a single kill, and then if you die you can probably spawn into a plane. I would not recommend playing like that because it is not cool. It just messes up your team because you need people on the ground to capture points. But we are ready to go, guys. We have our loadout, we have our lineup, and we're gonna get... Okay, everybody, so we loaded into our first game. This match is Poland. There's only 1 capture point. So I'm gonna spawn in with the M22. Take out this shell, which is armor piercing, uncapped ballistic. Just means it flies a little bit better and it can get a little bit through more armor. And then I take out the M63 just because it can explode once it goes inside of an enemy, but it does not have very good penetration. So let's get into it. The M22 is a very quick tank, so we're just gonna try to rush near the capture point, not necessarily try to capture it. Okay, and buddy pushed us out. So once we get over there to the A, we don't need to capture it. We're just gonna try to kill enemies as they try to get to A. And I've got this tank spaded, which means it's fully leveled up. So I have artillery. We are in an up tier, which means we're higher than 2.0. So I'm gonna drop artillery around the corner by A, where the enemies are gonna try to come through. And hopefully we can get some hits with that. Our teammates have apparently seen enemy already, and the enemy is trying to take over A. So this is not a very smart move. I should not be out in the open like this. But we're gonna get around this corner, and we're gonna scout out the situation. We see some enemies pushing up. Well, we can't get that shot. But we just want to peek these corners before we push out, because if we just push out, we can get wrecked pretty easily. I'm gonna shoot these pillars down because the M22 can't push it over with its own power. So we see an enemy around the corner. He doesn't see us. So we're gonna... Oh, I believe he's dead. And let's see what we can do. Check left and right. Okay, we have an enemy right here. And one-shotted him. That was a good flick. So we're just gonna look around, make sure we're not gonna get messed up. Okay, we're getting shot at. I shouldn't be peeking, but... Okay, that was a good shot. We took out the either gunner or the loader. I'm not sure who that was. He's now behind the house over there. We can push around a little bit and try to get this capture point in with our team so we could get a little bit more of those points. We just lost our team to a bomb. Our gunner. So this is gonna... He sees me. That wasn't the best move on my part, so... We're just gonna turn around this side. And we're gonna shoot him. That's a French tank. Okay, so we're gonna get killed here. But we're gonna try to do as much damage as we can. Okay, that wasn't terrible. That was one zone capture, one ground target killed. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna spawn into the M8 HMC. And we're gonna get rid of all the smoke shells. When you're coming into a game, you don't want to take out a fully loaded amount of ammo, because if you get shot in your ammo, you will explode and die. So you take out half the ammo, your tank is less full of ammo. As you can see here, the ammo is right all over there by my guys. It would be full on the other side as well, but we took out less ammo, so there's not as much. We see this enemy plane. We have 50 cals, so we're going to try to shoot at him. Not getting any hits, but these 50 cals on top of the American tanks can do a very, very good job at destroying enemy planes. So I highly recommend using them on enemy tanks and against enemy planes where possible. Like I was saying earlier, the M8 HMC is insanely fast. It's one of the fastest vehicles in rank 1, and I highly recommend using it. A lot of people don't like it, but guess what? It is still really good. We're gonna try to just light this guy up some more, even though he's dead. He's going down. Okay, we see an enemy tank here, and our friendlies just took him out, so that's good. I'm gonna finish up this belt so that we have more 50 cal ammo reloaded. I hear an enemy tank around the corner, so I'm not pushing yet. Okay, he's right there. Okay, I should have taken a shot before, but this tank does not have a stabilizer, so I just wasn't in a good spot to do that. We're going to take out this plane. The F2A1. American fighter, 350 cals. Very good plane. We see an enemy fighter up already. It might be a bomber. But we're going to go for... Okay, they have two enemy planes up. We're going to go for the planes first so that we are not disturbed while going for ground targets. And if we take these planes out of the sky, that means the enemy has less close air support, so our team won't get killed as easily. So this plane has an alright turn time and an alright roll rate, which is this. So we see that enemy plane. I believe that's a German bomber / strike vehicle. We're going to go try to catch him. But he's flying back to his airbase, and we don't want to get too close to that, because if we get too close, we could get shot down. So we'll go for this fighter that's over here first. Actually, we're going for that strike vehicle. We'll come in over top, not suspecting us at all. That's actually a Russian plane. Boink, and we just lost our engine from that, but hey, we did get, that was pretty clutch. We're gonna go do some shooting down some enemy planes now, or enemy tanks while we can. So he is an open top, so we can light him up. Look at that. Even though our engine is dead, you can still get in some good shots. We're slowing down a little bit, and we will end up dying, but at least we've done what we can do. And we've gotten rid of a good amount of enemies. One plane, one tank. You can't complain about that. So we have done some help for our team in these vehicles. Look at that. Still one more kill. And we'll stay in the plane because this guy's coming over the top. And we're out of there. 1 air kill, 2 ground kills. I've never actually done that. That was pretty funny when you just slide on them. That was pretty dang funny. Okay, we're going to take out the M3 Stuart with 28 shells. And we're going to go over to A. Machine gun up top, but it's not terrible. The 50 cal would be way better, but we get what we can take. We take what we can get. And it looks like our team is capturing the A point, so that's really good. And we will be able to help out once we get there. There's enemy planes, so I always just shoot at planes. Because you miss every shot you don't take, you know? And I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. You miss every single shot you don't take. And I've gotten plenty of points from killing planes I didn't even think I would be able to hit. Look at that. 1 hit. Yeah, it's only 10 points, but... Okay, we see an enemy tank right here. This is a very terrible... Look at that. Helping the team out. So if you look at that kill feed, or the kill replay cam, I shot him right in his ammo. So it's really helpful knowing where your enemy tank's weak spots are and where they keep their ammo. Because of that, we were able to one-shot him, even with solid shot AP, which means that this ammo goes into the tank, but it does not explode. But if you hit a critical part of the tank, like the engine, or the ammunition, you can one-shot an enemy tank. And that's what we're trying to do. Make it as easy on ourselves as possible. And we just got shot. And I don't know. Well, I should have been more aware of where I was. And he got one shot. And that went through and wrecked our entire crew. That's crazy. Okay, so that has a pretty big cannon on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to play a little bit more close air support. We have bombs. 2 of them. They're 100-pounders, so they're not too big. But it makes for a good time. In my opinion, this is the best rank 1 American loadout or lineup that you can be playing with in War Thunder. You can do a lot of help to your team from above in the plane, and of course on the ground in a tank. Haven't gotten too many tank kills, haven't got too many plane kills, but we're going to go try to bomb A, and we'll see if we have, if we even get some hits on an enemy, we'll be able to spawn into our M13 and we'll go push A and help our team, because it looks like they are not having too easy of a time now. Okay, that Yak-4, which is a Russian plane, just bombed him. Telling our guys, let's go push A. And we see that flak vehicle right there. But it's an open top, and even though this plane has really bad guns for what we're trying to do, we're going to drop our bombs, and that will kill that vehicle. Oh, never mind, it won't. I'm really surprised that didn't get killed by those bombs, because it is just an open top. But we can go from the back. Okay. Ooh, that was a close one to the ground. But I've with this plane, you just go over enemies and you ping them for your team, in essence. So we'll go over here. This isn't going to be able to go through his plane at all. But there's another tank over here, so we'll just strafe him. Just get him a little worried. Even though we won't be able to do too much against him.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
And we'll flank around and get him, because he's an open top. No armor on the top of the plane, so we can shoot through and take out his crew. So this will be pretty good. Critical, that means I killed one of his crew members, which is what we're trying to do. We're going to come back around. And we're going to go again. I think we got either his gunner or his loader. Seems like we're losing this. But and we just took him out. That's what we were looking for. Even though it's an open top, and even though this plane has terrible machine guns, you can still put in work to help out your team. And get yourself some points in the long run. Just like we're doing here. Mission failed, and our plane's on fire, but we still won. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to build a pretty good lineup for rank 1 in the American tech tree. This is the best. Other people may choose to argue and differ. My opinion, this is the best. You can't beat it because you have the M22, which is a really good flanker. Just get around the corners, get around really fast, and shoot the enemy. You have the M3 Stuart, which is just a good overall tank, and if you buy bushes, you can turn it into a bush. The M13 is a really good SPAA, and the M8 HMC is a derp tank, which means you just point, click, and the enemy just goes boom. That's about it. F2A1, awesome plane, and the P26. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and have a great rest of your day. Thick Boy Madness, out.